Hey, what's up guys? It's SirTagCR Tag, and today we're back at it again with another Graveyard Freeze deck. In this Graveyard Freeze deck, you're going to have a lot of log bait. You're going to have Princess, you're going to have Dark Goblin, and Skarmy, all for log bait. And of course, you're going to have the Graveyard Skeletons for log bait as well. If your opponent uses the log on top of the Graveyard Skeletons after you freeze, which they traditionally do, or the Barbarian Barrel on that, then you can easily get away with a Princess, Dark Goblin, or Skarmy for free. And that's how this deck kind of works. There's a lot of synergy with log bait and Graveyard Freeze, and people don't actually see that. You also have Inferno Dragon and Prince to pummel and destroy any type of Golem or Giant beatdown deck. So it's very good against beatdown decks as well. Check out this deck for 12 win grand challenges. You'll surprise so many opponents. It is probably the best deck that I have played in a fat minute. All right, so we got a game against the Demon Puppy. That seems like a pretty scary name, guys. I'm going to go for a Princess in the back here. And this guy is the Synthesis, so he's probably like a Demon Puppy spawned out of a plant. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. Pretty extravagant, though. I don't want to give him too much log value or spell value, but it looks like that's probably going to get a hit. Oh, man. I thought that broken card would actually get a hit through a Prince, Dark Goblin, Barb Barrel. I thought he would. Fortunately, it didn't really happen for him. Alright, we're going to end up going and spawning our skeleton army on the Demon Puppy's beloved Goblin Gang, and we'll see what he does. Oh man, this is going to be a little bit obnoxious. I might have to freeze this. We'll see. Maybe the Inferno Dragon will kill in time. Might have to go in for Dark Goblin just to make it walk. I think that's probably the best play, yeah. So it didn't charge that way. Kills the bats. I mean, the bats weren't going to get a damage anyway, but still. Princess to mitigate. It only gets one hit, I believe, not two now. Because of that Princess. If it still gets two, I'll be triggered. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Solid. All right, what is he going to do here? Ram Rider me? Yep, of course. The solid plays. The best plays ever exhibited here. Barbarian will be sacrificed, and then I have to Skarmy here because it might kill my Princess, actually. If that does happen, I'll be so triggered. Thankfully, we keep the Princess alive. He's going to snowball all this, but the Princess gets a hit. Oh, man. This card, Killing Bridge Princesses, is so obnoxious. I need to get to double elixir so I can start slaughtering the Demon Puppy and exercising him with the exorcism with the graveyard. Graveyard's OP. Liberating the world from the Demon Puppies, guys. That's what we do here. Oh, wow. All right. This is a little bit more obnoxious than I thought. I have to Princess on the other side and then Barb Barrel. I could Prince there, too. We'll see. I want a Princess here, and then Barb Barrel. Don't think it gets a single hit. Ah, it gets one. Okay, that's not too bad. He ends up using his... yeah, he used his Bandit out of cycle. That's really good for us. The Dark Goblin is still alive, guys. I don't really know how that happened, but it's still out here. I'm going to freeze since he just uses Barb Barrel. If you guys want to know the key time to use your freeze, it's usually after they use their small removal spells. Unfortunately, he ends up having... probably the worst possible deck for us to play against. He ends up having Snowball and a log for spell removal with 3 Musketeers to constantly apply aggression. But, you know, it still works for us because our deck is very, very strong. Even though he has a good matchup against us, it still can beat good matchups from your opponent. Like, if they have a good matchup, the game is not lost yet. He ended up using his small spell again. I think we're going to get enough damage to put him into spell range with the set. Well, we didn't even have to freeze him. I thought we were going to get him in freeze range, but... we did exercise the Demon Puppy from this world. We liberated him. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Alright, guys, we got a game against Daniel. We're going to be saucing out of good luck here. We're going to see what's up. From the Thundercloud, he actually ends up having lightning in his name. What a savage. He's going to go for Ice Golem in the back, so it's probably going to be a fast cycling deck. Maybe it's 2.6. We'll see. Yep, there's going to be the Musketeer and the Ice Golem. Classic 2.6 it's looking like. Maybe he has Ram Rider instead of the Hog Rider, but we'll have to see. Not going to go in for anything aggressive. I'm just going to go cycle an Inferno Dragon in the back. I might have to freeze a Hog if he decides to do that. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to go for. I'm going to go Barb Barrel right on top of the Ice Spirit, hopefully. And we do not end up hitting the Ice Spirit, unfortunately. Inferno Dragon will end up killing the Musketeer. Musketeer does not do well against Inferno Dragon. Just went in for a log. So when you see log out of your opponent, especially when they don't have poison, they're not going to have any other spell removal against your Graveyard's freeze. So if he goes in for... a Hog Rider here, he's overextending. I can go Skarmy, and I think that he doesn't even get a single hit because of the Skarmy. Maybe he gets one, but yeah, this is good. He's going to have to log this for sure. Maybe Ice Spirits. Yeah, there's the log. Good. So he logs the Skarmy. The Princess is still there. Is he going to Musketeer? I was thinking that he would Muskie. He did not. There it is. Okay. Can Barb Barrel on that as well. He ended up winning it in the corner, so that was extremely well played by him. Not think he was going to do that. Gotta suss out a well played going in that little corner. Christmas spirit is alive and well with that Ice Wizard. I'm going to go for Princess in the back here. He goes in for a hog. I have to go for Prince. See what he's up to. Really want to keep this Princess alive. If he goes in for a pre-log, that'd be amazing. I don't think he's going to. His cannons there. Okay, so 3 for 3 trade. We're okay with that. So now I'm going to go for the graveyard here. Don't know if he's ready for the freeze. I don't think he is. He's ended up going in for a musketeer. So when you see the cannons out of cycle, that's one of the best answers to the graveyard. He needed that in cycle, in my opinion at least. And we are devastating his tower as a result. I think the Prince might even get a single hit. Nice. It was close. I'm going to Inferno Dragon in the back, see if he ends up going in. We will end up hitting the musketeer with that, I believe. Will he get a hit? He did. Well played. Go for another graveyard here. Freeze whatever it's about to drop. Not going to freeze that just yet. I'm going to wait. Now I'm going to freeze the skeletons. Princess is on the tower. Exactly what we wanted. I'm going to go Bar Barrel and hit the musketeer. We will kill the musketeer, keep the princess alive as well. Oh, let's go. He's going to have to break through a prince and a Skarmy to win this game. I don't think it's actually possible, especially if the prince is charging, the Skarmy's up top. He's going to fireball, and he's not going to be able to hit through because the Skarmy is the squishy unit. He fireballed the prince. So that's a GG. He played so well with that musketeer. He threaded the needle. I didn't think it was possible, but this man, he almost made it work. I appreciate the Christmas spirit too, dude. Yo, guys, we got a game against Pure Zun. We're going to sauce out a good luck here. What is up, my man? How are you doing on this fine afternoon? We're going to be going for a Prince in the back because I don't have anything else I really want to cycle. Usually Prince nets some pretty positive elixir trades. He's going to have a bowler, so it looks like it's going to be like a freeze deck with either graveyard or it could be a balloon. I don't know anymore. He just used a log. Most of the time, graveyard is going to be using Bar Barrel, and no balloon deck really has log. I'm going to go for an Inferno Dragon, so maybe we can keep the Dark Goblin alive. I don't know if it's going to die, and it does barely die there. Alright. This is really funky. I don't know what this is. Pure Zun from 100 Thieves, CRL player, Certified Savage. End up going in for a Skarmy here, and he's going to end up giving me some nice freeze value, because he already used his log. Did he have a zap? Yo, he had a zap with this too. Okay. At least that Ice Spirit's going to go connect to the wrong thing. It's not going to hit my my Prince. So that's good for us. And at least the Electro Dragon is not latching onto my tower. But that's a considerable amount of damage for him there. Okay, so we saw Ice Spirit. We saw Zap. We saw Log. We also saw a Electro Dragon with the new Ram. So he's going to have a lot of units to counter our bait. Don't really know if he knows what we're running. We're running like Princess, the Skarmy. He's like, yo, there's no way that this deck is actually going to be a graveyard deck, probably. I don't think he thinks that. I wouldn't. I would never assume a Princess Inferno Dragon deck. That's one of the things about this deck. It just catches people off guard. Can't really do too much here. I have to go Dark Goblin opposite. Electro Dragon, Inferno Dragon. I can't really freeze that, can I? I could. I could kill his Electro Dragon, keep the Dark Goblin alive, get some extra damage that way, which is decent. Yeah, that was well worth it. That was definitely worth it. Unfortunately, Ram Rider still gets hits because, you know, fair and balanced card. I'm going to end up going in for a graveyard here. See what he does. He's going to have to zappies. Okay. Well, the skeletons are going to surround your tower. They're going to completely engulf it. And then you also have to log, which is the great thing about this deck. You bait out the log with the graveyard skeletons, and then you have so many other log bait proponents. What is he going to do? Can go for an offensive Prince here and then probably just freeze him. He's got so many ways of resetting the charges of our units. It's pretty obnoxious, not going to lie, but we're going to go for dual Princesses. He already baited out the log again. And wow, we are really reining in the pain here. Bar Barrel with my graveyard. What does he have? He had a pretty substantial push going on us, but I think that we just have a really good matchup here despite him having log. Kind of overwhelms him. Log and bowler. And a lot of ways to reset. So this is like a deck that you would think counters us, but since we just have amazing synergy with the graveyard and also the log bait units, it's just not a hard counter for him at all. You would think so, but it isn't. I'm going to go in for another graveyard, and we have the Prince charging at him with Electro Dragon. Or Electro Wizard. Inferno Dragon. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. There's so many Electros. Electro Wizard, Electro Dragon. And we don't have either, but I thought I did. Doesn't really matter. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, Peerzon. I'm getting bad matchups that are still somewhat fair for me. And it's like, oh, okay. That's kind of an issue. Because no other deck has that. Like, Golem, when you run into Inferno Dragon and you don't have a way of resetting it, it's like, oh, the guy can make 10 misplays and you can lose. But this, like, I made a few misplays. I had a slightly bad matchup and I still won, and that never really happens with any other deck. So it's just a huge testament to how big Freeze needs a nerf, man. Freeze really needs a nerf. Anyway, this guy's going to go kick off with Royal Ghost and Bats. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be some weird P.E.K.K.A deck. It's going to log as well. I don't really want to go for a graveyard yet. Okay, so it's looking like it's going to be that 3 Musketeer deck with Barbut. Certified Savage Alert. I could freeze that for some extra damage, but I'm not really that frisky. I think the Prince is... Wow, Prince actually pummeled the Barbut. I'm chilling here. This is phenomenal for us. He's definitely going to have 3 Musketeers here. See what he does. See if he goes for a Flying Machine at the river. Not 100% sure what this man is up to. Okay, so he's going to Fireball us. Alright, I see you, sir. I see you. And our Inferno Dragon is still alive. Kind of want to go in for a Graveyard here. I want to go in for a Barb Barrel. And then I want to go in for a Freeze if he drops anything worthwhile. He's not giving us too much value. He's going to be dropping that far, far in the back. And I'm not going to Freeze yet. It's not really worth it. Still not worth it because he has Bats. Would just not be a good play. I'm going to go for a Skarmy here and a Prince. Just make sure he doesn't get any hits here. He went in for the log, and that's what we were looking for, so we can sauce out the Dark Goblin and kill the Fly Machine here for sure. Does not kill ours. And then his Barbarians are just going to get devoured. He might go for Bats here. I don't know. Barbarian will end up killing the Dark Goblin, unfortunately, so we won't kill 2 waves, but still pretty much good cleanup. It was a decent cleanup. Go for another Princess here. He's going to Fireball again for a negative trade. I'm fine with that. You know he has Bats in cycle. 3 Musketeers is the wave, apparently. I don't have Princess yet. Should have cycled the Prince to the left. That was a huge misplay on my end. Really bad misplay, actually. I repent for my sins. He might log. We'll see. He logged the wrong side. That's really good for us, actually. So now I can just Prince again. And he hits the Princess and... Oh, he does kill the Dark Goblin. What am I doing? Whatever. We're in a Graveyard here. Freeze, please. The Prince is going to hit him. The Prince is going to pummel him. Oh, the Prince, guys. Look at that Prince. Fair balance card. Takes out the tower. I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I kind of can because it is the Prince, but that is amazing. I'm not even going to complain about how the Prince is because, you know, you're literally running Barbut, the most detestable and annoying deck in the game. So GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Got a game against Tiger when he's saucing out of good luck here. See what he's up to. He's going to go for Ram Rider, so we actually go for Prince and Skarmy here. Prince would actually be stationary, so can't really rely on that to deny all hits. He's going to go in for minions. I'm going to have to go in for Dark Goblin, so then our Prince might get a hit. Does not get a hit, unfortunately. I'm going to have to go for a Barb Barrel to make sure that he does not kill our Dark Goblin. We're going to protect our Dark Goblin. We're going to have a little bit of a bodyguard with that Barbarian. That's what his name is. Bob the Barbarian. His one job in life is to be a bodyguard. It's in his title. Alright, so I'm going to go for Princess in the back here. We'll see what Tiger does. He's a pretty vicious sir. He's going to try to maul me with, like, another hog. We'll see. Oh, that's such a bad play. Can completely envelop that with the Graveyard. He wasn't expecting Graveyard. That's why he did it, by the way. But, yeah, that is a dead tower and a dead collector. And then the Prince charges on you and just adds insult to injury. So that's what I mean. This deck is just so unpredictable. No one, and I mean no one, ever expects this deck to be Graveyard. They are always expecting some type of bait deck as soon as they see the Skarmy, the Princess, and the Prince, and then they get pummeled. It's hilarious how this can just surprise people. He kind of did a great play of, oh, I'm going to, if this is against bait, you never really want to drop it in the middle on your weaker tower. He's like, oh, this guy probably has poison, or he has, like, fireball. There's no point in dropping it, like, in the middle and then getting my weaker tower splashed by it. He did an okay play there if it was a bait deck. But it wasn't a bait deck, and then he got wrecked. So it was pretty funny. Guys, we're going to show no mercy. We're going to go try to pummel him again with the Prince and then assert dominance with the Graveyard on his King Tower. And this guy is an incorrigibly sad panda. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. I was trying to add insult to injury with the freeze there, but, you know, it just didn't happen. That was a funny game. Peace out, Girl Scout. And even late in the GC, they still get caught off guard. Oh, man. I'm going to go Princess in the back here. We're going to see what this dude is up to. He's not dropping anything so far. He's going to go for an Ice Golem, so... Ice Golem, maybe 2.6 Hog. We'll see. No, it's going to be Ice Golem and a Bandit. So it's evidently going to be some type of 3 Musketeer deck. He might 3M in the middle. That is the wave. Skarmy here. He's going to go for Barbarrel on the other side and then go in for a Dark Goblin here. Fortunately, the Dark Goblin is just going to die. A tragic death, but Musketeer will get a couple hits as well. It's going to be 3 hits, I believe. That's a yikes for me, big dog. So, 3 Musketeer player. Is he expecting Graveyard? Probably not. He saw a Dark Goblin, and he saw a whole bunch of other cards that are indicative of log bait. Yep, he's going for the Collector in the back again. They always do this. It's so fun. You guys ready for this? Here we go. We're going insane, boys! Dropping the Graveyard all around that furthest possible tile upwards, so then all the skeletons go on top of the Elixir Collector. I'm going to have to Skarmy here to make sure that we deny more damage. And the Prince. Of course. Fair and balanced card. Taking the tower. Yup. Nice. Actually, I stand corrected. His tower is still standing. Just doesn't matter. This deck is so strong, man. I love it. Oh my gosh. What is he going to do? He's going to go for another Collector in the back. Okay. Well, this time he went closer to his King Tower. So if I were to kill it, then it would activate. So it was well played, I guess. Front Dragon in the back. Save my Dark Goblin so that I can protect it because he only has Barbarrel. He doesn't have a great way of killing it. He's going to have 3 Muskies, so I'm going to go for Princess. I could probably freeze that, honestly. It'll kill the tower, and then I can drop things on top of the 3M. Prince here. I think that was a good play. I stand by my play, boys. I'm going to go for a lower Skarmy so then his Barbarrel doesn't kill. Notice how it just like does not extend that far at all. Obviously, the Bandit will get hits, but that's not too bad. It's not too shabby. The Musketeer dies, and he doesn't have direct damage. Might have, like, Fireball or something, but that's only a stagnant 201 damage. Absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Prince in the backs here. And I can probably just Skarmy lower on the other side if I need to. If I even want to, right? I can Dark Goblin to finish off the left-hand side, and then also have some support on the right as well, even further. So, yeah, this is just a pretty easy defense. Skarmy lower so the Barbarrel doesn't reach if he even wants to. And then I go for a Princess, and then I can go for a Barbarian Barrel of my own, having dual Princesses. Stacking the Princesses against 3 Musketeers is pivotal. It's so dang good, man. And there's nothing you could do. Notice how the 3 Muskies just evaporated? GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, man. Super easy matchup for us, and we are asserting dominance today.